right, Phillip Phillips, everybody.
Yeah.
What a performance.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Very cool. Very pink edition of Billboard Live. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kevan Kenney, and it's always cool to sit down with artists here, of course, at Billboard, but I think it's a little extra cool, a little extra icing on top when it's album release day, which it is for you in Collateral.
It is, yeah.
So what are the emotions right now?
They're all good stuff, man. Good feelings and exciting and nervousness, but just overall excitement for sure.
Yeah. You seem so relaxed for such a big day.
Yeah, I have been pretty relaxed today, actually. It's been really nice. But I've also been stressed. I get stressed out. I drink a lot of hot chocolate when I get nervous. So
Oh yeah, is that the secret?
That's about every day, though. So.
That's awesome. Now, but you are very relaxed. Does it speak to the confidence that you have in the music that you put together for this project?
No,
it doesn't.
No, I'm definitely not as confident. It takes, there's some songs that I feel really good about, and I finish them, but it usually takes a little time. But I have written songs where it's just like, you write them pretty quick, and it's like, well, that's you even when you go back and listen to it, later on, it's like, man, I can't make it any better. And then other songs I'll go back and listen to them, like, holy cow, you can make that better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds horrible. But yeah, I think all these songs sound great, though.
Right. You gave us a very diverse record. I was listening to it earlier today, it being now out everywhere, as Phillip reminded us throughout the performance, of course. You start the record on this really soulful song. You just played us there on acoustic, but I think you really get the impact of the soulfulness when you listen to the recorded version of that song, Magnetic. And then you got like tracks on there like My Name, which I really love, which is like a heavy song for you.
I grew up with rock music. 90s rock was like a lot of 70s rock. Yeah, it's a lot of like 90s, and like I loved Led Zeppelin, but I loved Alice in Chains, still do, but and Soundgarden and Pearl Jam and just any 90s rock that you can think of, just about it. Like, yeah, that song that's a fun one. That's a fun guitar playing song, and just the melodies are awesome, and it's just cool.
Yeah. Did you see Collateral? It is your third studio album now. You're probably getting a little bit more freedom with these projects as your career goes on. Did you see it as an opportunity to sort of open up the playbook, so to speak, and kind of test out these different sounds and make an eclectic record?
Yeah, I mean, I've always tried to do that, in the past, even in the past couple, but it's kind of like, you kind of want to ease fans and people into it. So this one I just said, kind of, let's just do it and just kind of, make it the best we can. It's just, like you said, there's rock, there's little R&B, there's blues, there's just more of like a singer-songwriter acoustic guitar songs, and it's just some awesome stuff. To me, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I do too. I'm listening to the record
Thanks.
today. Now, you made the record down in Nashville. You don't live in Nashville though. You live in Georgia.
I live in South Georgia. Yeah, so I made like kind of half of it in Nashville and other half in like Seattle. So I love Nashville. I was, because working in LA. In New York, there's so much going on, and Nashville is a little more. It's so much going on, but it's a little more of a small town feel for me. And it was like nice to, everything that you need is there, but it's not overwhelming. I get stressed out when I love New York, and LA's cool, but Nashville it was kind of really the right fit there. You know what I mean? So yeah.
It's always been a music town, but it's really turned into sort of the premier music community nowadays.
Yeah, and people there, I got to meet some awesome songwriters and producers and like Dave Cobb and Nathan Chapman and Aaron Espy and, just some awesome guys and everyone there, like even songwriters up to musicians and producers, they all want you to succeed. They want they want to get new people, new songwriters, whoever it is, like give them the opportunities, because they want everyone to be successful. It's not really so dog eat dog, you know what I mean? So it was really good to be around that.
We're talking about how heavy some of the songs are, like My Name on the record.
Yeah.
Not a heavy song at all, but maybe my favorite song, because I am a softie on this record, is Dance With Me. You were nice enough to play it for us here at Billboard. And an incredibly personal song. I don't think a song could be more personal to you, as you told us here on live, that it was actually your wedding song, your first dance wedding song. Yeah. But of course, you're dancing with your wife, Hannah. You can't perform the thing.
No.
How did you go about, your buddy Tim performed it,
Tim
right?
Brunge, who I kind of wrote this with, and he's just the best guy. He's such a talented dude, and just a good friend, and he came and sang. I wanted him to come to the wedding, and he sang that song for us while we danced, and while she cried, and my other good friend Dave Egger, he plays the cello. He's just incredible. He's also the strings on that song, and basically all the other songs as well on the record. But he's just a genius too, and And it was just nice to have people that you love, sing that for for us. So
Yeah. That song is really a love letter, and it was probably born out of something like a love letter. And most love letters, it starts with a sentiment that you're trying to express to whoever you really care about. If you had to boil that song down to a sentiment, or maybe trace it back to the initial sentiment that you're trying to express to Hannah, what would you say that was?
That I think I'll just be here forever. Even when times are tough. And that song is like, even the ending's not really. I wanted to write a song that captured that first dance, because but also about the rest of your life. And so it's it can mean if you're getting married, that after the first dance, or like when everyone else leaves, let's dance one more time. But it's also kind of about when everyone else is gone, it's just me and you. The wedding's fun, it's a big party, let's have a good time, but it all comes to an end, and then it's just me and her. And so it's let's make this dance last forever.
Absolutely. I like your chances, by the way, because this is a house divided, if you don't know. You are a Georgia Bulldog fan.
I know. I should have taken the song
hard.
back. No, I'm just kidding.
And she is Roll Tide all day long. She's a huge Alabama fan, and you guys actually attended the college football championship. How do you make it work?
I don't know.
You try to think about it?
Man, so she was all quiet the whole game, and she was just sitting there like discouraged, and like I wasn't saying much, but my freaking buddy that I took to the game, he was like, yeah, Alabama's not doing good. He kept talking this trash. I'm like, dude, you're just jinxing us, man. Like, chill. And she kind of let him have it too. He's like, see, when you told me that, you should have. I'm like, man, she's kind of right. But Saban, man, he's the best coach. And but Georgia played better ball, man. They had that game right in the palm of their hand.
Oh yeah, and a heck of
we lost.
Right. There's always next season.
That's what we say. Maybe next year.
I was curious to ask you though, is that pretty typical on par for you and Hannah? Is she sort of the yin to your yang?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm more quiet one, and I don't really like conflict, and so she's the one that'll deal with the conflict and
there you go.
And hit somebody.
Throw a punch if need be. Speaking of college football, really the highest honor, individual honor, I should say, is the Heisman Trophy.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I won that one too. Yeah.
Hey, no. But it's a moniker that lives with you as an athlete throughout your entire life, even after you're done playing football or sports in general. And I think the equivalent, aside from maybe the Grammys in the world of music, is the winner of American Idol.
Oh.
And, of course, that's a moniker you carry and will carry for the rest of your career.
That's what they told me. I don't know if it's true.
Yeah.
That's just what the card said. Who knows? Somebody might have lied.
Right.
But I'll take it.
But it's fascinating to me because I was recently talking to Chris Allen, who's also a former winner,
nice
part
guy.
of that fraternity of yours, of course. And he was saying, he wouldn't replace the experience for the world, but there are downsides and upsides, of course, to the experience. So I was curious, looking back, it's about 4 or 5 years out now from you being on that show, and the show's coming back, of course, so it's on people's minds. What would you say is the best part of being on that show, and maybe not the worst, but not a not so great part of being on the show?
I have to say the best is, I made a lot of friendships with camera guys or girls, and some runners and just PAs and security guards. There's just so many awesome people that worked on the show. They're just good people, and that was definitely the best part for me. And the worst part is, I don't know what the worst part was, but it was a good experience, and you really gotta work hard, because it is kind of, people think, oh, they're from Idol, you don't know this or that, and it's like, you grab the guitar and let's play. Let's
levels of playing.
Yeah,
let's quick.
Let's figure this out. And because I'm not a cocky guy, but it's if somebody says I can't do something, I'm gonna do it, or try to anyway. I'm gonna fail at doing it at least.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I wouldn't say, I don't know what the worst part is, but you got to work, but any artist or band, you got to work hard, and it's hard work for anything. And I kind of going to try and continue to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Before we let you go here, I do want to talk tour. You're kicking off tour in February, and this year's flying already. It's almost going to be here in a couple of weeks. You're going to be out on tour. You're playing Irving Plaza here in New York City. That'll be a great show. What can we expect from tour coming up? Do you have an opener? Do you have a supporting act?
Yeah, so the Ballroom Thieves and the Striking Matches. So they're going to be like kind of tossing in between the kind of one's going to do half, the other's going to do the other half, and both of them are just incredible. I've gotten to check them out, and just incredible bands, and so that show, Irving Plaza, come on out, it's going to be great. Right after the Madison Square Garden show I'm doing
right now,
just right now, yeah. But yeah, it'll be fun, man. I'm excited to get back on the road. It'll be good, and we just, we're just guys up on stage, and sometimes ladies, and we're just rocking out, playing music, no tracks. It's just live music. We screw up, but that's what makes it fun. You laugh at it because when it happens, you're like, well, shoot, I can't. Well, I sound horrible right now.
Yeah. That's how the fun of it. Well, Collateral is the album. It is out and available everywhere now. Phillip Phillips, thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And thank you for watching.